Hi there, YouTubers. So I'm going to try to do another 72-hour dry fast, or hard dry fast. Anyway, I'm in hour 2.5. So for the last, I don't know, week or so, my wife and I have been eating just fruits, and sometimes we'd eat some vegetables, little cooked vegetables at supper time. But and so this morning, before I started this whole thing, I got some baking soda into me. I ate lots of fruit, and then I got some apple cider vinegar. Anyway, so I just had my first pee in uh, an hour, I guess. Anyway, I'm gonna start saving them up. But so this is the pH of my urine. You can. Oh, I hope it. See, it's nice and green. So if I try and match this up, it's like definitely like a pH of 8, you know. And these are the crappiest pH strips I've ever seen, but I got these, I think, at like Walmart or something. You have to ask the pharmacist. They keep them behind, like like it's a top secret thing. They keep them in the back. You're not supposed to see this stuff. So anyway, there's a pH of 8, which is the urine is supposed to be a pH of 6, right? So this is telling me that, well, my urine is not acid, it's alkaline, which means that my lymphatic system is alkaline, which is what they'd have you believe. I don't know what to believe, but I do know this, that after I eat the fruits, um, I have no back pain, like, and knee pain gone. But if I eat, and I've tried this experiment over and over, and then I'll eat like meat, potatoes, and carrots or whatever. Oh my God, and all the pain comes back like right away. So there's something to be said about that. Now here's the most important thing um, when you're doing these diets, right? Is the ketosis. So you also, again, if you want to get these, you have to ask the pharmacist who keeps it hidden in the back, because they don't want you doing this stuff, right? So anyway, so you see my ketosis right now is right at the bottom scale, so I'm not anywhere close to ketosis, and I'm not going to be for another 48 hours. Done this, tried it, been there. Okay, so I'm not going to eat or drink anything, no water contact at all, and it should take me about 48 hours. Now, I've done this before, so it might be quicker. It might be like 24 hours. I don't know. We'll see. So every time I pee, I'm going to take a test. Now, if you're cheap like me, my wife's kind of helped me to be cheap, because she's always finding ways to cut corners. This is one of the strips I cut in half. So when I get the whole bottle of strips, there's 50 in there, I sit down at the table and I just take scissors and I cut them right in half. You start at the tester and you cut them all in half. Now you double your amount of strips. That's if you're cheap and if you got time, right? So whatever. So that's it. So ketones is where I want to be. Now, I've done this diet before and I've learned the hard way. And I've been right up in the black before. Okay, so your mouth is going to start tasting like metal. The smell of your body changes because all the toxins are coming out of your blubber. So, I call it what it is. Like, it's blubber, fat. I don't care. But as all the shit comes out of your blubber, and I've lost weight before. Like I've lived in a hotel for like 7 months and decided to lose weight, and when I got really low, I started to actually get high. Like I started to feel like marijuana high, and that was the marijuana coming out of my fat from all those years back. So everything starts to go back in time. Also, as you talk to people who have done, even more than 3-day dry fasts. Like there's people like the snake diet guy, right? Cole Robinson. He's dry fasted for like 7 days, or maybe even more now. And there's people out there that have dry fasted. Jesus, it's crazy amounts. You know, like 20, 30 days. And they tell you the same thing as all of your injuries and everything come back in reverse time. So, and then apparently at 72 hours, your body will start to release stem cells in an attempt to repair whatever is causing like this high ketosis rate, right? So these stem cells will start to repair everything that's been bad with your body. And your body's going to start eating all the things that stop it from being well. Or anything that's, if it's even the slightest bit weak, it's going to be gone, right? Your body's going to consume it. So a good analogy, I think, is that, you know, if you starve a population, the first to go are the old and the sick, and it just takes the burden off of whatever, let's say society or whatever. So your body's the same way. So as you start to go into ketosis for a long time, and your body will start sending out stem cells, and they'll start to heal things. And I'm a big believer in that, because I couldn't make it 72 before. I was so sad. But I did notice things when I came off of that short little 59-hour dry fast. Was my body started to get rid of the dead skin. Like, incredible. Like, my heels, I have never had dry heels that actually stuck to the carpet and socks and stuff. And my body was getting rid of all that dead skin. My calluses were falling off. I got dry ear again. Like, I haven't had that in years. It all came back, and it just fell off. Like it, you know. And my sores that weren't healing, they started to heal. Your teeth feel better. You do get more clarity, but you do get confused because you go through the addiction kicking phase, and when I didn't realize until I did a 48-hour water fast, and I did the snake diet water fast method with the snake juice and everything, and I didn't realize that I was addicted to food. It was totally foreign to me, because every time I've been addicted to something, I kicked the addiction. Like, as soon as I figured out I was addicted to it, like when I was addicted to pop, kicked that addiction, right? When I was addicted to smoking a long, long time ago, I got rid of that. Addicted to coffee when I came out of the military, got rid of that. It's just addiction after addiction. I had no idea you could be addicted to food. Like, maybe I thought you could be addicted to like donuts, but then I stopped eating donuts by just thinking that donuts are poison. So as soon as you look at that and you realize it's poison, like when they make rat poison, they try to make the rat poison attractive to the rat, so the rat will eat the poison. The way I look at these foods is the same way. Like, that's poison, and it looks attractive because they want me to eat it and get poisoned. So whether or not that's true or not, the way I think about it, I don't have to ever worry about eating another donut, because I just look at it as poison. I don't see it as food. So anyway, that worked for me. A friend of mine taught me that. So she always looks at certain foods as poison. She had fibromyalgia, and pretty much anything she ate made her hurt. So anyway, that's what I've done. I didn't realize that food was addictive. It was an addiction, and any food, like even when I'm eating just fruits and vegetables, it's the act of eating and tasting, and you're fulfilling a need. So until, like Cole says, when you're ripped, you don't need to eat. Alright, we don't need to eat even that much. Like, if I can come off of this and not jump onto the food, I mean, and try and get back on the snake juice and fast a little longer, I think would be ideal. I would really like to be able to do that. I don't want to, I don't know, people would look at me and go, oh, you're not fat. But you know what? It's what you see yourself, right, as. And don't get me wrong, I love myself. I look in the mirror and I'm just in love with myself. I see my face and I think, oh my God, what a good looking guy. You know, I'm so happy with myself, my appearance. But I'm thinking that I would like to lose the weight for my health. And also, I know the fear of being judged and everything comes into play. Like, I don't want to go outside right now if it was summertime and mow the lawn with my shirt off, because I would be embarrassed because I think that I'm heavy. But I've seen other people, huge people, that are so okay with themselves that they go out and they just take their shirts off and they walk around with their shirts off and they don't care what people think. And I think that's awesome. Like, if you can do that, that's just amazing. I used to do that just to get a laugh, right? And watch people laugh at me and I'd laugh along with them. But you get to the age where you don't want to do that anymore. You don't want to be laughed at. You don't, just want to get to the best possible you can be. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to overcome this addiction to food. And I've done the eat once a day thing, in a tight little window. And I don't even use an hour window. I was like, I can eat whatever for 20 minutes. And then there's no eating anymore. So one other thing that happened to me when I did that other dry fast is something happened to my stomach. It's like, I used to be able to, like, I'd eat supper at 5, and then at 7 at night, or even at 9 at night, I'd be hungry again. And then I'd want to snack. And I would snack, I thought, was healthy foods, right? Like raw nuts, like cashews, or, well, mostly that. So I'd always, or even fruit, right? Grapes and stuff. So that still spikes your insulin, I think, because I still put on weight. So, and it didn't help me curb the appetite. It just made me want to eat every night at 9 o'clock. So, doing that dry fast, all of a sudden, it's like you eat supper and you are literally full the whole night long, right up till you go to bed. And I got to say something else too. So when you're dry fasting, you can't take pills. So I used to take magnesium just to handle my restless leg syndrome. Well, having sex, you don't get restless leg syndrome. So try to masturbate, and that will get rid of your restless leg syndrome. But I just stopped wanting to do all that. Just start to do push-ups just before bed. So even if you're laying in bed and you feel your legs are twitching, it's like 1 in the morning or whatever, just get up and start doing as many push-ups as you can do. And then go straight back to bed. And as soon as you're done breathing hard, you are out like a light. No more restless leg. And I think that's because your adrenals are kicked up into fight or flight, and you're trying to, your body's trying to get away from something, which there's nothing to get away from. And when you do the push-ups, I think that just gets your adrenals fooled into believing you did try and run away, and now you can relax again. So the push-ups help, and they're good for you. So I found that's the best way to do it, to just do the push-ups. And no more of these supplements. So while you're doing a dry fast, yeah, there's no supplements, there's no anything. There's no contact with the water on this dry fast. I mean, you can do a dry fast where you're allowed to shower, brush your teeth, and all that stuff. But on this dry fast, I'm not going to make any contact with water. And I'm going to keep all my urine so I can weigh it at the end, because really that's getting rid of weight, right? So last time I was dry fasting, I was losing like 2.5 pounds a day. And so and now I know what to expect at certain times of my dry fast, so I hope to overcome it. Big thing that helped me get through most of my dry fast was meditation and prayer. So that really helps to get the mind off of the addiction. So you're going to reach a point, well, I reached a point that, I mean, all you think about is food. And I have food everywhere. Like, you can't go in your house and not have food somewhere. So that, I think, when I was living in the hotel and I figured out how to lose a lot of weight, and I researched the shit out of this, and I found out that the only way to lose weight, like I said, just got to be a pill or something that tells your body to burn fat, right? Well, there's no pill. So what it is you have to be hungry. And when you're hungry, there's certain chemical changes that happen in your body that starts telling the fat cells to start releasing water and nutrients into the bloodstream so your body can eat that up. There's no magic to it, so you got to stay hungry. So what I did in that hotel is I just stayed hungry, and the only thing I would eat is maybe a hard-boiled egg, some carrots, raw carrots, and celery, and maybe every second day I'd treat myself to like an egg muffin breakfast or something, you know. But anyway, I started losing weight like crazy, and I would exercise. So I'd hit the weight room down in the hotel and do some weights, not crazy amounts, and do some bicycling or treadmill, and I wouldn't do crazy amounts, just enough to get, you know, everything going, right? And I started losing a shitload of weight, and I came home, and it was great because you start putting on all your old clothes, and they all fit, and you start throwing out all your fat clothes, and then when you come back home, you start to do exactly what you did to put on the weight that you didn't even notice you were doing. So you go back to eating the same old way, and you go, even though we were eating healthy and everything, it all went right back on because you're not staying hungry. It's what I found out. You have to stay hungry. I mean, that I think is the natural state. You know, I don't think we're supposed to be full all the time. So the fasting keeps you hungry, and I think that's what works. I mean, the research I did, the experimenting I did, it was the hunger. You stay hungry, you lose weight, and you not eating freaking all these meals a day, even a little, like nothing, just stay hungry, you know, and get off addictions. Like, I was so lucky to not have any addictions. I watch people that have to go to Timmy's, like they have to go to Timmy's. Been there, done that. I don't need to go. Like, geez, watched people just had to go to Timmy's. They had to have that extra large, triple, freaking, oh my God. And they had that donuts, and you don't have to have donuts. Like when I was working, people would bring in boxes and boxes of donuts. They would make cakes. They would make all kinds of pastries. And they would put them out there on tables for anybody who wanted them. And I would walk past that and I would giggle because I'm not even close to an urge to eating any of it. It's just, once you tell yourself that's poison, you won't want to eat it. You know, it doesn't matter how good it looks. I bet you if I took a donut, sprinkled rat poison on it, and told you, here, eat that, you would not want to eat it because you know it's poison. Take away the rat poison, it's still freaking poison. So, whatever. I mean, I've never seen a person get healthier eating donuts. I've never seen that. So, anyway, I hope this helps somebody out there. I'm going to keep on with this and see what goes on. I'll keep records and show you what's going on with me. Bye for now.